to my channel. I wanted to do another TTC update. I think this is update number 3. I'm a little sniffly because my allergies. To start from the very beginning of like this TTC update, I hadn't had my period for 80 days. 80 days. So almost 3 months without a period. I want to get pregnant so bad, and I'm on my 7th month of TTC, which is kind of frustrating because, you know, in high school, everyone's taught like, if you have sex, you are getting pregnant right away, like right away. But nobody tells you that there's literally like a 6-day window that you could actually possibly get pregnant, and you ovulate for 12 to 24 hours and that's it. So I started taking Provera on January 17th, which was Monday. I took 10 milligrams for 10 days, or it was 10 milligrams each tablet for 10 days straight. Obviously, everybody's gonna experience different things because it's your hormones and how everything affects. I know some people don't get periods afterwards. I know some people do. I know some people get pregnant right afterwards. So everybody's experience is different. So Monday and Tuesday that I started taking the pills, I didn't really feel anything different. I did feel, which I had read online, my eyes like felt like not focused and like kind of dry, and like I have contacts as is, so I don't know if it was my contacts just being affected, but I had read that it kind of can affect your eyes just sometimes. And then my brain felt very spacey for the first couple of days, but nothing else. No cramps, no like weird feelings, nothing bad. I will say the second day, I started to feel a little irritable. I realized by like the end of the day, I was getting like really snappy with Kyle. And it was almost like the kind of snappy that I get when I'm gonna start my period. Third day came along. I woke up in the middle of the night and I was deathly starving. Like it felt like I hadn't eaten in days. This was like a different feeling. It literally felt like my stomach was like eating itself alive and I wasn't gonna function. And that was just in the middle of the night that I woke up. And then I also wrote that I felt very spacey and fatigued. I had read online that like some people gain weight taking these pills, which I was kind of afraid of because I'm a small person. I would eat breakfast, it felt like I didn't eat. I would eat lunch, felt like I hadn't eaten all day. And that was a crazy feeling because regularly I eat the same things for breakfast and lunch and just change up my dinner. Okay, so day 4 was kind of the same, but I think my hunger got even worse. Nothing was satisfying me. It didn't matter what I ate. I was so hungry. I almost felt like faint. Like, you know, when you haven't eaten all day. I felt like I was gonna pass out. Like I would go outside and walk my dogs and I felt so lightheaded. And also my emotions were like this, like a complete roller coaster. I would be so annoyed with Kyle or irritable, and then I would literally cry. But I cried so hard, and I was like, he hugged me and I was like, I don't know what's going on. And then I realized it's the pills. Day 5, I woke up and I felt so incredibly sad and down, like almost like a hopeless feeling, which I didn't like. And I just had to keep telling myself like, oh, this is just the pills, like it's not you, it's not you, it's the pills. But it's very hard like for your brain to like comprehend that it's not your real emotions, but it feels like your real emotions. Also on day 5, because I was feeling so unmotivated, so sad, I decided to weigh myself, which I don't do. Like I don't like to weigh myself. I think it's an unhealthy thing to do, and that was not a good idea because the pill makes you take on water weight. So even though I hadn't changed up my eating style, I was still holding on to like water retention, and I had already gained 3 pounds. Also on day 5, I did wake up having this weird taste in my mouth, like metallic-y. Brushed my teeth, still there. I ate my smoothie, which is like full of all different kinds of fruit, and throughout the day it was still there no matter what I did. Brushed my teeth multiple times, drank a bunch of water, ate different foods, nothing changed. Like it was the weirdest taste in my mouth. Not bad, but like it was there. And then by the end of the evening, I would say for like 20 minutes, I got some cramps. Not like bad cramps, but cramps where you like, oh my god, I get my period. So for day 6, there wasn't any really big changes. The taste went away in my mouth, so that was really good. I don't know why it happened for just one day. I did wake up so incredibly bloated. I was still experiencing fatigue and was still kind of feeling irritable, but it wasn't like, nothing really stood out this day except like the bloating. I didn't have any cramping, nothing like unusual. So day 6 was kind of just like a carry on from the rest of the days. Day 7, there was really no change either. I was still pretty bloated. I think I was kind of feeling more down about it. Like I said, your emotions are kind of all over the place too. For day 8, this is a really bad day. It feels like these 10 days are a freaking trip. It felt like it was forever, and this was 8 days in. So day 9 was such a struggle. I woke up feeling so terrible. I slept terribly. I think I woke up every single like hour, was dreaming some crazy stuff too. And I woke up so sad, so down. I was so sad. I cried all day. I laid in bed all day, cried, went to sleep. Like I would take a little nap and then I would wake up and cry and cry and cry. Like I'm talking like the crying that like makes you exhausted. I literally wanted to quit taking the pills, but it was such a hard day. So I feel like a big takeaway is like you have to be prepared for like your mental state not being the greatest. Some people may be fine, but I feel like some people just are like me and are gonna struggle with it. Day 10 was kind of the same. My emotions were a little better, but it was still kind of down. I was still bloated and I was feeling more irritable, I will say. I would say the key takeaways for these pills is be prepared with how your mental state is gonna be. You have to be prepared for bloating and water retention because it's gonna happen. Literally a day or two later, it was all gone for me, so went back to normal. So I think I ended the pills on like a Tuesday or Wednesday, and then on like a Thursday, I believe I started my period or my withdrawal bleed. I know some people don't want to call it a period because it is just the withdrawal bleed from the Provera tablets. On that day, I was feeling a little crampy, and then literally an hour later, I started my period, and I was so excited about that. Once that happened, I was worried the period was gonna be like a lengthy period or like super heavy or something like that, but luckily it was the same kind of period that I usually get. Like when I do get a period, it was 5 days long, light. I will say I was cramping more days than usual, which usually when I start my period, I cramp the day of and I'm kind of done with after that. But like every like other day, I would say I cramped a little. So now I'm waiting for the next step, which is ovulation. But I still don't know when that's gonna happen because Provera has nothing to do with your ovulation. For me, my doctor had said that I ovulated naturally, so there was no reason for me to like take anything else. I do think my ovulation is sporadic because of my like random irregular periods, so that's what's kind of difficult and annoying to think about. So I don't know when I'm gonna ovulate. My period app literally says I'm gonna ovulate in like 40 days because of just how weird my periods have been. It's been a week since I was on my period, so I'm still kind of in the area of like, you're not gonna be ovulating yet. So we'll see about that. I would say my experience with Provera overall was fine. Would I do it again? Honestly, yes, if I really needed to. I would prefer not to. It'd be nice to get pregnant, but I want to do what I can, and if that's what I need to do, then that's what I need to do. I do plan on making an appointment with the doctor and like just getting some stuff checked out. I know I've done a blood test last August when I first started trying, and everything was fine. And like I said, my doctor said I ovulated and everything. So I'm not like terribly worried, but I am just a little worried with my irregular periods. If you haven't had like a regular period, I would, you know, it's something to look into and something to talk to your doctor about. Obviously everybody's experience is different. I did read about women like kind of not taking the pills halfway through because of how they were feeling, which I totally understand. But I also think since you're already putting your body through it, just kind of finish it off, or unless you need to like talk to your doctor about it because if something severe is happening to you. But I just wanted to give y'all an update of how that's going. Everybody's experience is different. Everybody goes through different things, and I think it's just good to know. I know I watch a ton of these videos and I just am constantly looking for information and researching because I just want to know everything that I can, and getting like other people's experience and feedback and information is very helpful, and it makes you feel like less alone too because you're not the only one going through it. I would say overall, like, I'm glad that I did get my withdrawal bleed just to kickstart everything. I hope this video helped you in some way. I will see you either in the next vlog or in the next TTC update. Bye.